Hey guys, my name is Eric Farewell here at Aviator Paramotor in Central Florida, and today I get to make a special video for you all. See, a few years ago we were selling a different brand of paramotors than we're selling now, and we kind of shocked the entire paramotor community because instead of trying to hide the things that had gone wrong with it and try to tell everyone that it was the best paramotor ever made, we wanted to be open with you guys. We wanted to be honest. We wanted to share everything that had gone good, bad, and ugly. Obviously, there's always going to be things that go wrong with paramotors. These are lightweight two-stroke motors. They're wonderful. They're true freedom and just incredible things to fly, but turning at high RPMs with lots of vibration, things break. And we wanted to inform the public of that. We wanted to share our experiences so that there was no surprises, that you guys could understand exactly what to expect when you bought a paramotor from us. And now with two new brands on the market, two new brands to us, brands that we're really excited about and that have been incredible, incredible flying machines, we want to share now after about 8 months. I call this an 8-month review. We want to share the good, the bad, and the ugly of the things that have gone right and wrong with the Parajet Mavericks, the Parajet Zeniths, the Volutions, the Fly products, the Riders, and of course with the trains behind me here. But as we've gone through this experience, we want to be completely transparent with each of you guys because every one of these paramotors on the market, no matter who builds it, they may claim it's the best. We've seen that they're all garbage in their own way. So we want to be clear with you guys on our experiences and share with you what we've learned so far and grow from there. Now, all the motors that we're primarily selling right now are Vittorazzi powered. Vittorazzi is an incredible engine manufacturer. Having visited other engine manufacturers and seen their work environments and their engineering backgrounds, Vittorazzi's is a whole different league. I would refer to it as kind of the Lamborghini of the paramotor world. Their factory is spotless. Their people are super sharp. Now, mind you, that's not to be a cut at any other manufacturer. The reality is that some of the people at these other factories are some of the best people we've ever known. People who I hope will remain lifelong friends because we've been so impressed by their families, so impressed by their passion for the sport. There's so many great, great people that we represented in years past. That said, Vittorazzi just seems like they're at a whole different level. Their level of investment into the product, you know, they take a carburetor and they invest, I think it's 8 to 10 hours of CNC mill time for every single carburetor to make sure that it's going to run just right for your motor. They took this Atom 80 and they spent months tuning the propellers and ensuring that there were no harmonic vibrations that would damage the engine. They really have taken things to the next level of what's really necessary in the paramotor space, but they're not without their issues. So starting from the top, I have a list on my phone. I hope that's okay with you guys. We wanted to share all the different warranty claims that we've had through our school so you guys can get a pretty good taste of exactly what's gone right, what's gone wrong, etc. So first off, with the MY19, the model year 19 Moster, they released a brand new airbox design and they released a 4-spring exhaust. Now the 4-spring exhaust didn't come on the initial MY19, so our very first batch of paramotors with these new brands all had 3-spring exhausts and they all had to be replaced. They were offered under warranty, they were replaced easily, we were super grateful for it, but we replaced all those 3-spring exhausts on our initial units with 4-spring because the inevitable thing would happen, that Moster exhaust crack. It's such a bummer, such a terrible feeling, especially if you're going out on the field, going to a fly-in, trying to get up there with your buddies. Really disappointing. So the 4-springs we had much more success with. A few weeks ago we released a video talking about how to properly warm up your motor, and at that time we had not had a single 4-spring exhaust crack. Not one, not one. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours on our units. These units get flown a ton. We hadn't had a single one crack. Since then, we've had 4. So since then, we've had 4 of them crack, which is a huge bummer. And I've actually had a discussion this morning with Matteo at Vittorazzi about what they're doing about it, what their design solutions are, because to me, it's unacceptable. It's something that I really want to see change, and I've seen them working diligently to make that change. And they're still honoring their warranty. They're still working with us to make sure that we have the parts supplied that we need. So first big one I want to get right out there, the Vittorazzi Moster, not the Atom, the Moster has an exhaust cracking issue. Next up, let's go through the list. We had a few different issues with the Atom muffler. I think we've had one major issue with the muffler itself where it had to be replaced, again under warranty. Then we also had the one that's right here actually has a small bit of discoloration and I believe some sort of an exhaust leak at the fitting, again covered under the warranty, which is fantastic. Vittorazzi really stands behind their products. Their warranty, in my opinion, is a bit clunky. It's a little bit hard to get all the pictures and make sure you have all the videos and whatnot, but we're working with them on that as well, trying to find ways to streamline that process. We had a muffler bracket on the Atom 80 brake. We've had several airbox issues. So early on with this new airbox, they were really excited because they got rid of the need to attach it to the frame. They were just using this really cool system to attach it to the carburetor, which in theory is incredible. It means that the engine's more stable. It means that things are designed to be smoother. But what happened was, if you didn't have the metal ring, I can't think of the word right now, that you didn't have that ring placed properly, the airbox would fall off and go through your prop. And it happened. Within all the motors we've sold, I think this happened 4 times, where even one of them happened to Travis, where he took off, he checked, they pre-flighted it, and it just fell off, destroyed his prop, and a little bit of his ego, because you get in that situation where you want to go fly and have fun, and you can't. So AviatorShow's covered those things. Parajet stepped up big time, covered the propeller. These are major challenges. AviatorShow and Parajet and Fly Products all work together to come up with new tether systems to have a backup strap. And when we were in Italy, Matteo was showing us that if it was properly tightened, even with oil on it, he could pull with all of his strength, and only then would the airbox fall off. So we're not quite sure if there's an issue on the Parajet Fly Products side or an issue at the manufacturing side with some of those were not properly put on or they weren't checked. But now we're adding Loctite to those to the screw to ensure that it's an easily striped item to be able to say, okay, it's loose and we need to tighten that down. Or it's over tightened and you're actually cutting into that airbox, which has happened as well. We've seen that happen one time on my old unit. We've had a couple issues with starters. We had 2 e-starts fail, and we've had, I believe, 2 pull starts fail now. So anything that bolts to the motor that's going to be vibrated around, that's not a core efficiency part of that motor, those things will fail. We saw this way more frequently with previous brands we sold. I mean, way more frequently. The reliability of these, right now there are 6 motors in our shop being worked on. 5 of them are not the brands we're talking about now. One of them is this one, and it's just a small exhaust leak. So keep that in mind. I'm being really transparent with you guys, trying to be really honest, making sure that you guys can understand exactly what to expect after looking at hundreds and hundreds of motor sales and hundreds of hours flown. We want to be clear with you on what could go wrong, but overall, we're very happy with reliability. We had an Adam 80 gearbox leak, one of them so far. Just had a seal that was probably torn when it was installed, but that was, again, replaced under warranty, which is a great thing. And then 2 other problems that came from the manufacturers, not from AviatorShow themselves. One was that we had about 7 or 8 failures of throttles. And it was really bizarre. We're using, at that time, the Polini throttle before we had our Aviator throttle, and they were being put onto the factory at Parajet, and what happened was they were over-tightening the zip tie, which you would think tight zip tie is good, but the problem is the Polini throttles, the kill switch button and the electric start button, the wires that feed them are so thin, even through the protective sheath, was being cut right there at the connection point on the motor, or on the frame. So, you're flying along, everything's fine, you go into land, you go to hit your kill switch, and it doesn't work. And that's just because those zip ties were pulled too tight. But again, Parajet stepped up, they saw the problem, they corrected it at the factory level. The last problem we also had was, again, a Parajet challenge, and that was just the bolts that held on this Adam 80 propeller were too long. So when the lines would fall, let's say you landed, turn around to kite your wing down, and you didn't kite it properly, and the wing fell down into your propeller. Even if the prop wasn't under power, under load, it would wrap all the lines around the prop bolts because they were just a little bit too long. But they fixed that too. So far in the last 8 months, that's all the issues that we've had. We've not had any issues with overheating. We've not had any of the issues that we would have anticipated from previous brands. We have not had any of the kind of quality control issues that we've had with past brands. Their quality control is much higher now. We're not seeing broken crankcases, we're not seeing scored cylinders, we're not seeing Nicocil failings, we're not seeing a lot of the things that we've had kind of been plagued with in the past years. So we're overjoyed, but we want you to know everything that's happening here so that we can do our best to educate you, and so you can come into things with wide eyes and fully expecting everything that might happen. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I know this one's not as long as our previous videos about things that have gone wrong, but it's because, quite simply, we just don't have as big of a list of bad items. We have a very concise list, and those are mainly items that bolt to the motor, and our hope is that as AviatorShow and Parajet and Fly Products have grown, they will learn more and more ways to better ensure that those bolt-on additions to the motor work better too. So that's it for me, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment down below. If you have any questions or concerns, if you want to share your experiences with other paramotors, things that have been positive or negative. For us, the big thing is to understand that who you're buying from is everything. We have a really really big blessing in our staff. We have a team that is really well versed, well educated, and we have an incredible inventory of parts. So we're always here to try to fix the problems that will inevitably happen. But you have a choice with where you purchase your paramotor. So please make sure whoever you buy from, you get a great opportunity to make sure that you know that you'll be supported every step of the way. Again, always here to serve, guys. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon. Okay, just kidding, guys. Eric back here again. This is a special video for those of you who watch this entire thing. This is our official announcement of our 2-year warranty plan for Vittorazzi Motors. This is something that we have thought long and hard about. We've run the numbers with all the failings that we've had with all of our school units, with all the motors that we've sold, the warranty requests, etc. We have decided that it's possible to offer you a limited 2-year warranty if you purchase the motor through Aviator. If you're one of our past customers, you can add this on to your purchase. If you're one of our students, you can purchase this as well to add an additional year of warranty support to your motor and to ensure that you'll have Aviator level support, Aviator certified service support through our company for 2 full years. More information is available on the website. We're really excited to be able to offer this. We think that it's going to be a huge step forward in helping you all know that you're going to have our support for not just the first year, but for a whole 2nd year of flying. Thanks again for watching the video. Click the links down below for more information, and we'll talk to you very soon.